John and Lance here from the bench, mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. And I can't believe, Lance, that we're talking about this, but what we see with college opt-outs, what we see with load management in the NBA, this is not crazy. What do you do if you're the Texans? Would the Texans consider not playing Deshaun Watson? And here's why. The main reason, I think, is because you got to bring in a GM and a coach. What's the only attractive thing that you have here as an organization? That's Deshaun Watson.
Tex-Mex. Oh.
Well,
you mean as a team?
Tex-Mex is second.
Okay.
Second.
Yeah.
But
barbecue. Well, you're saying the Texans or Houston?
No, Texans. The only attractive thing, there's a lot of attractive things in Houston.
Okay.
But there's only one attractive thing in the Texans organization, and that's Deshaun Watson. God forbid he has a serious injury. Now, what GM, without picks, without and what coach without Deshaun Watson for any amount of time, or a Deshaun Watson that's not quite the same Deshaun Watson that we're watching now? Is there any chance that the Texans ask Deshaun to sit so that he stays healthy?
I mean, if they're the most loser organization in the history of all the sports, absolutely. If they're the loserest organization in all of sports history, sure. Why not have a guy sit down and then pay him to not do anything for 4 or 5 games? Sounds great. I can't even believe you're trying to sell this angle. I know you don't even mean it. I know you don't even believe it. I'm going to assume that you're just doing this because somebody's got one of your children or your wife in a tower somewhere with a gun to their head, because I know you wouldn't actually ask me this question. You already know my feeling on college opt-outs where like, oh, I'm done playing, I'm opting out. And now we're going to go to NFL opt-outs, and then everyone still wants to get paid? College players, get their education, not get paid in college because no one ever would make an illegal payment, and then the players get paid. I guess you can opt out if you don't pay Deshaun, but no, I'm never asking. That's a loser mentality. If I'm a coach and I've got an owner who's like, we're going to have the quarterback sit, I'm like, they don't care about winning. This is a loser culture. They have no idea. There's no competitive spirit. These games don't matter to them. I would never go there. That's what I would say. I would never come there if they would sit down a quarterback.
Okay, but everything aside, which is worse for the organization? Deshaun getting injured and possibly a long-term injury, or him being pissed off at the organization because they didn't want to play him?
Well, obviously a long-term injury is worst-case scenario. You don't want that because then you have to start over at quarterback. But in terms of selling it to Deshaun, I don't think Deshaun would take it very kindly if you tried to sit him. I just think he would be very upset with you. Now, he's under contract for 4 years. Maybe he would get over it. If we're just answering this plain. But anytime you have a quarterback hurt, you don't want that to happen. But Deshaun has not had a season-ending or career-ending injury, over the last 3 years, 18, 19, 20. And, it's the sport you play. There's always going to be risks, and that's why he has guaranteed money coming his way now.
What about JJ? Sitting him. Older player. Now,
so he doesn't tear up neck or whatever?
So there are 4 games left. It's certainly you could understand Deshaun or JJ in the final game of the year, since there's nothing to play for.
Oh, I could understand that.
Right. But what about JJ now, keeping him healthy, keeping him a trade possibility in the offseason, keeping him, you risk more losing JJ as far as his attitude. How pissed would JJ be if you told him he couldn't play?
You're just bubble wrapping JJ like a porcelain doll and just putting him up somewhere. Like, what are we doing? What sport are we playing? This is not a porcelain doll sport. It's not. I get that he's injury prone, and I get you didn't show any interest in trading him in the regular season. I don't even know if the Texans have any interest in trading him in the offseason. They should. It should 100% happen. I don't know if they will, but JJ's a competitor. JJ wants to play. Deshaun's a competitor. Deshaun's not trying to load manage. He's not trying to. He wants to play. And you know what I want on my team? I want guys who want to play and who it matters to. And if you're okay sitting down in any games other than maybe the last one where they're trying to play some young guys, I don't want a 1-2-3 Cancun, Nick Van Exel situation. I want guys like Deshaun he was gutted. He lost a game. They're not going to the playoffs, but he was gutted against the Colts. AJ Hoffman on the Blitz, when I was on their show, he goes, can we get a Deshaun somewhere between I'm not going to let anyone steal my joy smiling after the Vikings lost, and then, on the field, and then the one who was sobbing? I said, look, I guess, but I would rather have a guy who it matters a lot to, and that's Deshaun Watson. And I want my guys, I want it to matter. I want them to be out on the field, for sure.
Yeah. You know what I want? I want a cold, clean, crisp, refreshing Coors Light. Yeah, that's what I want. When I'm watching my games, it is the official beer of watching my games. It's cold, it's clean, it's refreshing. It's the world's most refreshing beer. I saw it on a billboard, and billboards can't lie. So if you're looking for that Coors Light, if you're looking for that beer that's going to refresh you, even in this cold weather, you still want to be refreshed. What do you want to be, parched in cold weather? No, you want to be refreshed in cold weather as well. Make it your official beer. Texas Chill. It's Coors Light. Pick up a 12-pack, pick up a case, pick up 40 cases of cold, clean, crisp, refreshing Coors Light. There you have it. Well, okay, so let's change it a little bit. Deshaun, the rest of the season, are you worried about, because there's a good chance that he's not going to be in this offense next year, that there could possibly be, with a change in offensive coordinators and a change in style, that Deshaun is just playing right now, well, not for nothing, but certainly having to start all over again. Will we see a regressed Deshaun Watson?
Nah, every game is a learning experience. I mean, this last game, he held on to the ball too long on several instances. I don't know what the Colts were doing, but Deshaun had some issues with falling back into the old habit. For Deshaun right now, it's a process to get to the point to where things are more natural for him. He gets rid of the ball on time. He recognizes certain pressures and certain blitz packages and coverages. And so every game is a learning experience. And no matter what the scheme is, once you take the snap, you have routes, you have coverages, you have disguise coverages, you have option routes, you have progressions you have to get through. If you set Deshaun Watson down, you're basically – what you're doing is truncating his learning experience, and you don't want to do that. And so I don't care what offense he's going to be in, that experience of learning to quarterback more effectively and continuing to grow, which he has shown growth, and we talked to Quincy Avery, his personal quarterback coach, about some of that growth. I don't want him to miss out on that. That's too important for the long-term goal.
Huh. Hello? Yeah. Okay, good. My wife and kids are safe. Okay. I had to ask these questions.
Yeah.
No gun. They've been released.
Okay.
And so now,
good.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you.